Version 6.3 of Genshin Impact might just be the craziest update we've ever seen. We're talking a festival packed with free Primogems, the long-awaited debut of Columbina, a mysterious new Adeptus tied to ancient moon lore, and even whispers that Zhongli himself could unlock a brand new lunar power. Add in a premium 5-star skin for Nouvelette, possible Archon reruns, and rumors of a Liyue map expansion. And suddenly, 6.3 isn't just another patch. It's looking like the centerpiece of the entire Natlan cycle. So grab a drink, settle in, and let's break down everything we know so far about version 6.3. Because trust me, you'll want to be ready for this one. First up, Lantern Rite, Genshin's biggest festival. It always lands around Lunar New Year, which means version 6.3's timeline is early January to mid-February 2026. And if past Lantern Rites are anything to go by, expect 10 to 20 free intertwined fates just for logging in. A free 4-star Liyue character of your choice. Tons of Primogems, Mora, and Ascension materials. So even if you're not planning to pull banners, 6.3 is already shaping up as one of the most generous updates of the year. Now let's talk skins. Leaks from names like HXG and DK2 all point to Nouvelette's premium 5-star skin being ready for release in 6.3. And here's why this is a big deal. We've only ever had 2 5-star skins in Genshin's history. Dilucs and Ayakas. They're rare, expensive, and they're not just recolors. They come with reworked animations, new VFX, and full redesigns. Rumors say Nouvelette's skin shifts him into a white, gray, and gold design, and even changes his hydro beam into something more like lightning. Not confirmed, but it fits Hoyoverse's pattern of going all out on premium cosmetics. Now, does this mean Nouvelette himself will rerun alongside the skin? Not guaranteed. Diluc didn't. Ayaka did. If he does, though, that banner could absolutely break wallets. Next up, the long-awaited moment. Columbina, the damselette herself. Third of the Fatui Harbingers, teased for years, finally becoming playable. She's expected to be a 5-star Hydro unit, but what makes her stand out isn't just lore. It's her role. Leaks suggest she's a unique support that reshapes Hydro reactions, tied directly to Natlan's mechanics. Think about how Dendro and Bloom changed the game in Sumeru. Columbina could be the Hydro equivalent, introducing an entirely new way to build teams. Lore-wise, she's tied to the Frost Moon and lunar imagery, which might also link directly into the Whitehorse Adeptus storyline. If that's true, her debut could redefine both gameplay and story direction. Now let's clear up one of the strangest names in the leaks. The Whitehorse Adeptus. No, she's not literally a horse. Just like Cloud Retainer isn't literally a crane. Lore points to her being inspired by the Celadon mare, an Adeptus mentioned way back in 1.0, tied to Istaroth, the god of time, and said to hold knowledge of the 3 moons. Rumors suggest she's an Enemo support, but not the usual crowd control type. Instead, she could bring party-dependent buffs, scaling off who's in your team. If that's true, she'd be the first Enemo unit built as a true enabler, not just swirl and shred. That alone would make her a meta-shifting support, and it fits the pattern of 6.3 being overloaded with must-pull units. Of course, big patches almost always mean Archon reruns. Lantern Rite patches in particular tend to stack banners with heavy hitters. Right now, the strongest candidates are Furina or Nahida. If it's Furina, that would be her 3rd banner. If it's Nahida, her 2nd rerun. Either way, imagine pulling for Columbina, Whitehorse Adeptus, Nouvelette's skin, and an Archon rerun. 6.3 could go down as one of the most expensive versions in Genshin history. Now let's talk rumors, the kind that split the community. Some leaks claim Zhongli will be tied to lunar powers in 6.3, and maybe even involved in the return of the Whitehorse Adeptus. At first glance, it sounds off. Zhongli has always been about respecting life and death, not reversing it. But some suggest it's less about resurrection, and more like guiding someone back from another realm, similar to what he did for Xiao in the Chasm Quest. The source of this leak, Dumas, is controversial, but here's the twist. His Natlan-related leaks have been surprisingly accurate so far. So while we should take it with caution, it's not impossible. If true, Zhongli could play a major story role in Lantern Rite for the first time in years. So let's put it all together. Lantern Rite, with free fates and rewards. Nouvelette's 5-star skin. Columbina finally playable. The mysterious white horse Adeptus. A possible Archon rerun. And rumors of Zhongli's lunar connection, and even a Liyue map expansion. All of this makes version 6.3 look absolutely stacked. Not just another festival update, but the centerpiece of the early Natlan cycle. And now I want to hear from you. Who are you saving for? Columbina, the white horse Adeptus, or Nouvelette's skin? Are you pulling for hype, lore, or pure gameplay value? Drop your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to hit subscribe. Because if half of these leaks are true, Genshin 6.3 is going to be one of the most insane patches we've ever seen.